Welcome to Cleveland is the message here this week as the city shows off its best side. A multi-million-dollar facelift for downtown is complete as an estimated 50,000 people pour in for the convention. But just a couple of miles from downtown on Cleveland's east side, it's not a pretty picture. Shuttered businesses, rundown housing, poverty. Churchgoer and 47-year resident of this community, Nichelle Green, says she knows what's needed.
A little bit more jobs, definitely, and more people coming out, investigating, talking to people, you know.
And violence is everywhere in this city. Cleveland routinely has more than 100 murders a year in a city of less than 400,000 people. Nichelle's family are now part of those grim statistics, which she says don't get the attention they deserve.
There's a lot of deaths, a lot of killings been going on. We lost a family member 2 days ago, and they didn't have no clue, nothing about her killing.
Nearly everywhere you go in Cleveland, you can see the remnants of its industrial age now blighted. Cleveland comes second only to the city of Detroit in the US when it comes to poverty. Nearly 40% of people living below that line. But while there is despair on one side of the city, there are pockets of hope on the other.
78th Street Studios is a converted car factory. It is now a centre of Cleveland's thriving art scene. A labour of love for owner Dan Bush, who bought the building on a whim over a decade ago and is helping transform this West Side neighbourhood.
Real estate, food, there's a huge organically and locally grown movement in terms of cuisine here. We've got some of the best restaurants around that have just popped up in this neighborhood and some of the adjoining neighborhoods in the last 5 years.
Building on Cleveland's tradition as a centre of art and expression, 78th Street Studios is a magnet for the growing number of young professionals who are choosing to make Cleveland home, attracted by cheap housing and jobs in the healthcare, finance and even technology sectors.
There's pride in this town. I mean, Cleveland has always had kind of an underdog stigma to it, unfortunately, very undeserved.
But in reality, Cleveland is as divided as the politicians this election season. Two visions of America's future. On the one side there are winners, on the other, people left behind. Nathan King, CCTV, Cleveland, Ohio.